Hello, my name is Jean Pierce. I'm Advocacy Chair of the League of Women Voters of Oregon Action Committee. Today I'm going to talk about how you can use OLIS, the Oregon Legislative Information System. Now, each week while the legislature is in session, the Oregon League issues legislative reports describing bills that are advancing through the system. Now, supposing when you're reading a legislative report, you see the information about a bill that you would like to follow. So type in OLIS, and that will take you to the Oregon State Legislature. For an example, I would like to use a ranked choice voting bill that was discussed in the regular session of 2023. To find information about this, we'll go to 2023 regular session and then look up the bill. Now, we could type in the number since we know it. That's pretty easy. It's House Bill 2004. Or we could type in the text. It was about ranked choice voting, or if we know the sponsor, we could search on that. When we go to the bill, we find a lot of information, starting with the fact that it was enrolled. That means it was passed by both chambers of the legislature. We see who the sponsors were. We see the title relating to ranked choice voting and providing that this act shall be referred to the people for their approval or rejection. And then the summary establishes ranked choice voting as a voting method for selecting the winner of the nomination for election to the offices of listed number of federal and state. And when we click on the plus, a number of local offices as well that would be affected. When we come up here to the text, we can see the exact wording, how it was introduced, what the House amendments were. Engrossed means this is the version that includes the amendments in the introduced version. And then here's the Senate amendments and engrossed. Finally, the bill as it was enrolled. Let's come down here to measure history. We see it was introduced in the House on January 9th in the first reading. Then it was referred to the House Rules Committee. They had a couple of public hearings on March 16th and March 21st. And then in May, they recommended that the bill should be passed. So the House had a second reading on May 22nd. At the third reading, the vote was taken and the bill passed the House with 35 ayes and 24 nays. It lists the people who voted against it. And then you go on to the Senate where there was a similar procession. Okay, typically down here at the bottom, we would see whether the governor signed the bill or not. But in this case, it doesn't go to the governor, it's referred to the people. They're going to vote on it in the general election of 2024. Now we come up here to committees and we can see more about what actually happened in the House Rules Committee. We'll see who the members were, what measures were assigned to it. And over here on the right, we see all the committee meetings. We know that there was a public hearing on March 16th. And because there's an arrow over here, we know that that meeting was recorded, so we could find out exactly what was said. If this were the current session, it would also list upcoming meetings. But there's an easier way to find out about what meetings will be coming up in committees that you're following. Click on More, click on Legislative Data Available to the Public, and click on Legislative Open Data. This takes you to a page that is very valuable for advocates. Over here on the left, subscribe to email alerts. Sign up for capital E subscribe. Enter your email, and then you can subscribe to general information, to updates from legislative committees. This will give you links to the agendas, to information about whether they're accepting testimony, and also newsletters of members. Make sure, once again, that you click on submit. Now, supposing you decide that you want to submit oral testimony, click on how to testify, and you'll get a lot of information about oral testimony. First of all, you have got to register. Then it tells you there's 3 ways to present it. You could either present it in person, going to Salem, or you could present it remotely at the videotape, or you could phone it in. Now, if you do it remotely, they tell you you have to enter with your camera off and your microphone muted. They also caution you that you must make sure that you stay within a time period. If you're uncertain what that time period is, you will be getting an email from the committee saying that, yes, you've registered to testify. Here's your link. But as I say, if you still have any questions, come down here to committee assistant and contact them. It's very important that you stay within the time period. You will be cut off. Now, you'll begin your testimony by acknowledging the chair of the committee. So I would say Chair Fahey and members of the committee, for the record, my name is Jean Pierce and I live in Beaverton. Now, please note, do not mention the League of Women Voters or any other organization unless you have permission to speak on their behalf. At the end, make sure that you thank the committee for the opportunity to speak and give a strong wrap-up statement. If, on the other hand, or perhaps in addition, you would like to submit written testimony, then over here, how to submit testimony is referring to written testimony. It will take you through the procedure. It'll tell you where to find the click for submitting it, and should be answering your questions. Again, if you have any questions, go to the assistant for the committee. If you would like to copy your own legislator on the testimony you provided, then you can look that up over here on the right. Now, if you would like to track the progress of the bill after you have submitted it, once again, you can ask for updates by subscribing to email alerts. So I hope this answers your questions about how to use OLIS. If you have more, contact me at advocacy@lwvor.org. And good luck with advocating.